she has very high armor.
Sam against Sam.
Ooh, okay. Interesting onslaught. Yeah, Moo. Now they're going to try to right-click him, but he does have stacks of Uproar. Here comes Alex as well, but he's going to be able to dodge the stun from Moo's side. He's just going to try to right-click his way, knowing that he's likely to fall, but he gets disposed, and that's first blood finally, and Eve gets it. Of all the heroes you want to give that up to, from Nouns' perspective, it is not the Luna.
This time around, that is just not the case.
Ooh, missing
Even starting to miss chains here.
Yeah, he's tilted. He's tilted.
Yeah, it's got to be it.
So, would you say that it was an overall nerf for Timber, the reactive armor changes?
Yeah, it's a nerf. Absolutely.
So, on top of that, the Soul Ring also costs more, so that's another nerf to him. As
Find Moo again.
Moo dies in the bot lane again. Alone, has the Exorcism up, bottles the regen. Not really able to do too much damage to this tier 1, though. As Z-Freak, he does not have a leap, so he's dead. Trying to take out Alex on the way out, but not going to happen. So 3-0 advantage for Wildcard again to start this game.
I actually think there's a lot of good things you usually have.
That's legit.
And it raises the farming speed of DP in the jungle now because she has 20 damage against this camp. And it's one of those things where you read the patch and you're like, is this like giga broken or okay? And you just don't know until you get a sample.
Top lane is getting blocked perpetually, and he's dead. Huge kill for Wildcard.
Devi gets 6 from this as well. He does have Sunder skilled now on Terrorblade. I guess he didn't have the mana to use it there, but the thing about Timber going on you and you sundering him is that you might not return kill him anyway if you get a perfect Sunder. Do you actually have the damage to punish if you do survive?
Yeah.
They find Sam bot, so that's a throwback to last game with them killing the Naga. But
yeah, but it required a lot. They had to do 2 rounds of spells. And he's just an absolute annoyance in this bot lane.
He's on
yep, he's going to focus on Husky, but Costa Bile's here with that meta, along with the trample now. Got to be careful if you're DP, but he's going to pop the piggy, and we'll live as a result. Sammy Boy showing his moral support as the onslaught's coming from Moo, but he doesn't have any follow-up whatsoever. Pops the Uproar, but really to no avail, as
Sam killed
Lich ended up going down to Sammy. What in the world? So he likely will fall here.
That was without
arrow coming.
Dude,
not
this
connecting.
Is space with a capital S, man. He's killing the Lich, and Gunner now shows up for this.
Yeah.
Finally, he's gonna die, but delayed the push by a grand 30 seconds. And 5 heroes bought just for that. And Devi is gonna take the top tower alone. A little bit like Wildcard might be on somewhat of a timer later on, that they don't want this game to go too late. This time they don't have that Enigma to fall back on. Quap also scales amazingly well, of course. Missed the arrow from Z-Freak.
Yep, don't mention that. Exorcism is popped by Alone, and that is going to spell doom for Z-Freak. It's going to be a trade for Alex, though. I don't think we've seen an arrow connect for Z-Freak. Just had to say something, didn't I?
Yep.
So he has no setups. What are they doing? They're making it so hard on my boy. Gunner gets in there with the Sonic Wave, or the Scream of Pain. He gets silenced though, so biding his time a bit is here. The onslaught coming in. That's to finish off Sammy Boy. Alone. No pulverize to come. Divide
Nice
Llama
defense.
and Alex. We're gonna see Moo. Ooh, no stun there from Alex. Exorcism with the illusions though. Likely get the tier 1 tower, but we're gonna see a lot of heroes defending this from Noun's side. Akram comes in. Here comes the onslaught from Moo with the trample. Not able to hit anybody initially, but does get the full pulverize onto Alone. And that's the death of him. Double kill for Gunner as Marcy takes a tumble.
Yeah,
A nice defense from Nouns.
That was without using Sonic.
Moonlight Shadow ends up not being used to full effect. But we have a smoke on the other side as Eve. He's going to be spotted now as Moo. Yep, he's going to get ensnared. Eve jumps in. Arrow's going to come, but the BKB is there from Eve. He has his Eclipse available, but don't want to use that while the BKB is on Moo. He's using a nice pulverize to take out Sammy Boy. Aegis is consumed. They actually had a pretty low expiration date, so it's not going to be too bad for Wildcard as Gunner, BKB TP, and they're going to back away. So they get the 2 supports, and they're going to call it a day.
They have a good ward, but there's actually very good Radiant ward coverage here if this smoke breaks. It will now.
Yep, and we have a silence coming out from Sammy Boy, but it looks like he's going to be the first to fall. But the rebound save again. Alex really knows how to use this shard. Pulverizes there. Sammy Boy gets off the Song of the Siren, but the BKBs counteract it completely. So both supports dead for Wildcard Gaming as the Lich ult used with the shard bouncing left, right, and center as Divine Llama gets taken out. You can see the Aghanim Scepter from the Eclipse doing a decent amount of damage, but Costabile with the BKB will survive.
He was just
Buyback's on the table. And they're actually going to try to go for Roche again. Will they get away with it a second time? Sammy Boy going to get rebounded. I actually love this from Alex. He's really good at using this shard. We haven't seen that all too often from other players. Alex, oh, looks like the Yules is going to cancel his TP.
We slip into shadow.
And it looks like they still want to fight. This is a dieback technically on the Marcy. A Sonic Wave comes in, deletes Sammy Boy, so no supports for Wildcard. As Exorcism is popped, so they still want to fight, but this looks disastrous. Another beautiful Chain Frost with the Ice Spire. And that is 3 dead in the blink of an eye. Alone, kind of just forced to try to fight his way out of this. But the BKB will only save him for so long. He's going to get a right click down. Triple kill for Gunner. Last remaining member is Eve. And he TP's out, but that is a big loss there for Wildcard, which should set up Llama showing himself. Reflection is there. Sinister Gaze to bring him back. Still has his BKB though. And the casual right clicks coming in from Eve. Or silence on the Costabile. Remember, he has that Aegis, so not fearing too much here. He gets off the Sunder though. And they're going to turn this around as Divine Llama. Has to pop his BKB, but the Sonic Wave finishes him off thanks to the pure damage. And Gunner still continuing his absolutely ridiculous play. 14-0. Gonna find a support on the back end as well. So Nouns in the driver's seat again. Tier 2 mid and can continue on here if they want.
Yeah, nothing stopping them, right? Meta is only half duration. Just gonna go straight in for this.
I want to see this refresher play. You know, the funny thing is they can kill that tower top, deny it, and then get the refresh back. That's the play, Cinderin.
Deny it, then my quest is
I know. Oh, Lucent Beam coming in. Eve, no Eclipse for 45 seconds. The Costabile is getting pretty damn low. Will fall, but it's just the Aegis as Alone 1v4ing right now, it feels like, and actually staying alive. This defense is actually looking successful thus far. Frost Blast is there,
don't
though.
Go too far.
Arrow connects onto Eve, and look at the reflection damage, and Moo comes in with the refresher, deletes the Luna. Song gonna keep Alone alive a little bit longer, and Moo, see if he survives through this onslaught. The buyback now onto Eve as they just crush Moo in the end. Burst them down thanks to Divine Llama, but the blink out. Z-Freak staying safe. Husky in the trees.
Again, I don't know if he has the right neutral for it. Like maybe he does. Maybe he did pull it off there actually.
I mean, it wasn't like one of those that you use refresher and you're able to get everything off instantly. It's like a refresher,
you reset
reset,
out,
and
then you regen a bit, and then you soul ring and go again. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's fine if you play it like that. You just can't use 2 in quick succession. Gunner continuing his absolutely terrorizing streak here. 16 now.
He's gonna be worth a lot of money.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Refresh, and then it's down to whether you find some sort of key stun, but that's one of the problems Wildcard has. Their only stun is Marcy.
Oh boy. Costabile with the Silver Edge. He's scouting things out. No vision for Wildcard, but there is the rebound save potential here, and it's going to be used right off the bat. Sinister Gaze still working throughout all that, and Alone has to pop the BKB. Alex gets killed in the process, but he keeps his Death Prophet alive, which is the important thing. By Llama, though, continuing to get chased. Pulverize is there. He's looking like he's in a lot of trouble, Cinder. What is this range? Aether Lens? Is that it?
Aether Lens and Psychic Headband.
Oh my god.
I think the spell also got buffed at some point to have more cast range.
Nouns still with a massive net worth lead right now. Divine Llama's going to get jumped. Kind of get some space away from Costabile, who's in that Silver Edge form right now. Sammy Boy, he's going to get gone on to start things out. He's silenced and he's dead. Buyback available. They kill the Wraith Pact as well, but here comes the Eclipse. Actually doing a lot of damage to Moo. He has to refresh just to be able to use the BKB. Is the buyback now from Sammy Boy. Marcy dies but buys back shortly after. There's the song.
Yoink, gem.
See if they're able to go on top of anybody here because Costa Felix still has the BKB and Refresher to work with. Divide Llama just gets crushed. Alone. See, he's trying to focus on Husky right now. Sammy Boy about to die back, but lives through this engagement. But the Luna, that's the big kill. No buyback from Eve. And that might spell the end of the game potentially, as Alone does find a pick off in the end, but see if they're able to get more. And he gets jumped now by Gunner. The fear pretty damn strong for Alone, but he is surrounded. He is not alone. Only one hero remaining. GG's call. So this is going the distance, Cinderin. Game 3 is coming.
Game 3 is coming indeed. Yeah, so good recovery here from Nouns. And I say recovery, I meant just bounce back after game number 1, right? Because in this game, they were never really behind. I think strategically, the whole Naga strategy that Wildcard have going for them did not work nearly as well as in game 1.